Today, we're taking a journey through the historic region of Kwangdeok-myeon. But you can leave your hiking boots behind for this one. Our guide is this single map, and trust me, every single location on it holds a story. So, let's see what secrets it's ready to tell.
Now, I want you to forget about typical roads and boundaries. Think of this map as a key that unlocks legends. Every name you see here points to a story of incredible loyalty, of breathtaking art, and even the faint, lingering traces of royalty. So let's turn the first page together.
Okay, we're going to start our journey in a valley, right at the foot of Mount Kwangdeok. It's called Doomindong. Now, this isn't just a place name. It's actually woven its way deep into the Korean language, becoming a powerful symbol for an unbelievable act of loyalty.
So, have you ever heard the phrase "Doomindbolchul"? It literally means to shut your door and never ever step outside. It's a pretty common expression today, but its origin story is anything but common. And it all started right here, in this very valley, with a dramatic and, well, tragic stand.
72. That's the number you need to remember. That's how many high-ranking officials from the Goryeo dynasty retreated to this very valley when their kingdom fell. They were faced with a choice: serve a new king or stay true to their last one. They chose loyalty. The founder of the new Joseon dynasty, King Song-gye-lee, actually respected their integrity. He offered them top positions in his new government. But all 72 of them refused. They sealed themselves off from this new world, giving a powerful, real-life meaning to that phrase, Doomindbolchul.
And this is where the story takes a tragic turn. You know, when persuasion didn't work, the king's patience just ran out. He ordered his troops to block the valley's only entrance and set the entire mountain on fire. Those loyalists, trapped inside, chose to die rather than give up their principles.
For centuries, their story was this kind of uncomfortable truth. But then, in 1751, hundreds of years later, the Joseon dynasty itself finally acknowledged their incredible sacrifice. King Yeongjo had this monument built to honor the profound loyalty of the very men his dynasty's founder had killed. All right, let's look back at our map. We're moving from a story of human loyalty to one of artistic survival. Our next stop is the original site of the Gyeongcheon Temple, which was once home to one of Korea's most celebrated pagodas. Okay, here it is, the Gyeongcheon Temple 10-story pagoda. This thing isn't just a national treasure because it's beautiful, which it is, but also because of its absolutely turbulent past. It's a story of creation, theft, and an eventual triumphant homecoming. I mean, just look at it. It stands 13.5 meters tall, and it's crafted entirely from gray marble. And see that unique star-shaped base? It gives this massive structure a surprising feeling of lightness. Every single level is intricately carved with scenes of Buddhas and celestial beings. It honestly looks less like stone and more like a finely woven tapestry. So, its story starts way back in 1348, and for centuries it stood peacefully. But then, in 1909, it was illegally dismantled and stolen by a Japanese official. It came back in 1918 after a huge public outcry, but it was in pieces, just terribly damaged. It then took decades of painstaking restoration before it was finally unveiled in its permanent home in 2005. Just think about what this pagoda has been through. From its quiet mountain home, to a courtyard in Guidebook Palace, to its final protected sanctuary in the National Museum of Korea. This pagoda is a survivor. It's a true symbol of cultural resilience.
So our map has shown us these amazing stories of loyalty and art. Now it's pointing us toward the faint traces of power and family, to sites connected with the royal courts of both Goryeo and Joseon.
What's so cool about this region is how history just layers itself in one place. We're going to look at two very different royal sites now. A legendary pavilion that was said to promise good fortune, and the long-lost tomb of a conflicted prince.
So this is a rendering of the Jangwon-jung Pavilion. The legend goes that a great monk prophesied that if a structure were built on this exact spot, the Goryeo kingdom's fortune would last for ages. And they believed him. The kings built this pavilion, and it became the royal retreat for generations of rulers and poets.
And even though the pavilion itself is long gone, we can still feel its atmosphere through poetry. The famous Goryeo poet Jung Ji-sung captured this moment of perfect calm with these words. You can almost feel that quiet, beautiful evening, can't you? And finally, our map leads us to this simple tomb with a really complex story. This is the resting place of Prince Bangwoo Lee, the eldest son of Joseon's founder. Here's the thing. he actually remains loyal to the old Goryeo dynasty, which created a huge rift with his father. His tomb was lost for centuries, until a flood, believe it or not, washed away the earth and revealed its tombstone, bringing his story right back into the light.
So what has this map really shown us? Let's take a step back. We haven't just been tracing paths on a piece of paper. We've been following the actual echoes of history.
This map of Kwangdeok-myeon turned out to be so much more than just a guide, didn't it? It's like a tapestry. The valley of Dumundong is a thread of loyalty. The journey of the Gyeongcheon Pagoda is a thread of artistic resilience. And the forgotten sites of Jeongwon-jong and a prince's tomb, those are threads of royal memory, all woven together in this one small piece of land.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? Every town, every city, every single piece of land has its own map of stories, just waiting to be read. So maybe the next time you walk through your own neighborhood, look a little closer. What hidden histories are waiting right there for you to discover?